Hello everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. Ooh, bang that. Today is Sunday, October 12th. Currently it is 52 degrees. High today is a mild 73. Chance of precipitation 2% and winds at 1 mile per hour right now. I like a little breeze, you know, but I think it's going to be a nice day. Today there will be a taste test with Mike, and I'm trying Reese's Werewolf Tracks peanut butter cups. Obviously it's a limited edition for Halloween, so I thought I'd better get that one in so y'all would have time to buy some if you'd like. They were I'm pretty sure at Kroger now, they don't have the best prices in the world on stuff sometimes, but they were I know all candy's pretty expensive now, but they were two for $9. So I just got one. It was $4.50. So it's not real bad for that, I don't guess. I mean, it could always stand to be cheaper, but so anyway, what's for dinner? If you saw the Kroger haul, no, wait a minute, Aldi haul, they have two things of Chef Rana there that I know of, and that company must make their pasta and their ravioli and stuff like that, refrigerated pasta and stuff, because they wouldn't have the Chef Rana products in there if they didn't have some kind of deal with them. You know, so I've always thought that pasta tasted just like the Chef Rana stuff anyway. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. But they have the lasagna and the chicken Alfredo. We've had both of them. They're both really good. But we felt more like having the chicken Alfredo one this time. So we're going to have that tonight. And I was thinking about using the rest of these everything for a bagel hot dog buns. What's left of them, we got them marked down, so we need to use them. And making some garlic bread with them. I think they'd be good with that, everything for a bagel or whatever they call it on it. So we'll have that and the chicken Alfredo. I don't know if we'll have anything else with it. Okay, let's see what's going on with the jokes today. A joke a day wasn't there again. So that's not very unusual on the weekend. They don't hardly ever do it on the weekend. So I got some jokes anyway from my handy dandy 1001 cool best ever jokes, serious silly jokes. Okay, what's the difference between a night watchman and a butcher? One stays awake and the other weighs a steak. And we'll do a few bonus ones today. You know, I usually only do two. Yesterday I only had one from a joke a day because the other one it shouldn't have even been in there. It was nasty. Okay, where do you learn to make ice cream? Sunday school. Where do hamburgers go dancing? A meatball. Why can't your hand be 12 inches long? Then it would be a foot. What's a king's favorite weather? Rain. Okay, let's do a few bonus ones. How do cows get so many bargains? They read cattle logs. Cattle logs. Why is a bad joke like a blunt pencil? It has no point. This is says, do you want to hear a joke about a pencil and a sharpener? I wish you'd sharpen up. These jokes are lousy. To be blunt, get to the point already. That's just an extra thing. You got a picture like of it. What do you call a fly without wings? A walk? W-A-L-K? Okay, I don't know about that. How did the hairdresser win the race? She knew a shortcut. Dun-dun-dun. I didn't say they were the best jokes in the world, but it does say #1 best-selling series on it. Yep. This is what I've got. I'll get through them all one day, and I'll have to get me another one. It says there's other ones, I believe, of this. I don't know where I got it, though. I don't know if I ordered this or saw it. I think it might have been at Ollie's. No, because Ollie's would have a sticker. This may have been ordered through something. If it was Ollie's, it would have one of those big stickers on it, so I don't guess I got it there. Okay, anyway. Let's do trivia time. And it says, from pasta to pie, a bite-sized quiz for food lovers. Okay, get me a drink of coffee. Which of these U.S. states has an official state flavor? Vermont, Michigan, Indiana, Oregon. Oregon. How do you pronounce it? People pronounce that different. I have no idea on this. But I know Vermont, I think, is a different. Is it cheese? I'm going to go with Vermont. That's right. Let's see what it says about it. It's Vermont. Across the United States, in places that span every political leaning and demographic distinction, official state foods represent a vast buffet of... Come on, get to it. Wisconsin... Let's see, well, no, it's not Wisconsin I want. Does it say? Wisconsin has a pastry. Louisiana has a meat pie. There it is. Vermont. Why did they wait till the very last sentence in the whole paragraph? And Vermont has a state flavor. Maple. Maple. A staple of Jewish cuisine. What are knishes typically filled with? What's a knish? Pork. Hummus. Tomato. Potato. I really don't know. I'm going to go with potato. I don't think they... Yeah, it's potato. I don't... do Jewish people eat pork? I don't think so. I don't think they eat it at all. Let's see what it says. A staple of Jewish cuisine, a knish, is a hearty snack of cooked carbohydrates, usually mashed potatoes wrapped in a buttery dough. You know what? That sounds good to me. Knishes were brought to the U.S. by European immigrants in need of a hearty and affordable meals in their new home. American knishes were sold in bakeries throughout the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and just keeps talking about them. Which pasta dish gained popularity partly due to Thomas Jefferson? I know this. I've spoke about this before, if you have a good memory, and we've also had something that was similar to this, but not the same question. Fettuccine Alfredo, spaghetti carbonara, lasagna, macaroni and cheese. It's macaroni and cheese. Yes, I wonder where you could find his recipe. I think you can still find the recipe somewhere. You probably Google it or something. The exact origin of macaroni and cheese is unknown, though it's most likely hails from Northern Europe. A staple of American cuisine, the creamy combo made its way to the United States courtesy of Thomas Jefferson, who was visiting France and became enamored of a fashionable pasta dishes served there. Oh, you got to try this mac and cheese, everybody. What three flavors make up Neapolitan ice cream? I used to love this. But, the problem about that is if you eat too much of the strawberry, the next person that gets into it's like, what happened to the strawberry? Or whatever, I mean, it's hard to equally eat all three of them, I guess, unless you just put it in I guess you could, I don't know. I end up digging up a lot of the strawberry for some reason. I like it. Scooping it out, not digging it up. Okay. Well, I gave away one thing that's in it. So it should be easier. I think everybody probably knows this anyway. Vanilla, pistachio, caramel. I don't know, that might be good. Mango, lemon, and raspberry. No, that would be okay if it was sherbet. Mint, peach, and strawberry. No, not mint with peach and strawberry. Sounds good together, not mint. So vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. So at least one of the other ones had strawberry in it. So it's vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. I might give it away. But, what kind of food is the tagliatelle? Tagliatelle. What kind of food is it? I'm not sure. Bread, dessert. Seems like I've heard that name somewhere. Cheese, pasta. I think it's pasta. That's right. Tagliatelle is a long, flat, ribbon-shaped pasta originating in Italy's Marche and Emilia-Romagna regions. Okay, that's... Which of these is a popular British dish? Gnocchi, currywurst, quiche, fish and chips. Okay, I think a lot of people will know this. It's fish and chips, which means fries. And fish and chips are probably the most popular British food known across the globe. Fish, cod, and chips deep fried is one of the typical English meals that are typically served wrapped in paper with salt and malt vinegar. What is the main ingredient in a French souffle? Chocolate, bacon, vinegar, egg. I believe that would have to be egg. That's right. A souffle is a baked dish originating in France in the early 18th century. Combined with various other ingredients, it can be served as a savory main dish or sweetened as a dessert. In which U.S. state were chocolate chip cookies invented? New York, Nevada, Ohio, Massachusetts. I'm not for sure about this. You know what? I'm going with Ohio. No, it's not Ohio. Got me. So I'm learning something. Massachusetts, everybody, is where chocolate chips were invented. Ruth Wakefield created the original chocolate chip cookie recipe in the late 1930s at the Toll House restaurant. Toll House, that's where they get it from, in Whitman, Massachusetts. Okay. Now we know what Toll House, how they got that there. Red beans and rice is an emblematic dish of which of these cuisines? Tex-Mex, not Tex-Mex. West Coast, New England, Louisiana Creole. I believe that would be Louisiana. Yep. Okay, that is definitely Louisiana. And we got one more. What deal is famously served in the Senate's restaurant every day? I remember hearing something about this. I do. I read something about this. Pasta carbonara, fine herbs omelet, enchiladas, bean soup. I did. I read about this not that long ago, a couple weeks ago. And it's actually bean soup. And it's navy beans, I believe. Let's see. United States Senate bean soup, or simply Senate bean soup, is a soup made with navy beans, ham, hocks, and onion. It sounds great. It's served in the dining room of the United States Senate every day in a tradition that dates back to the early 20th century. The original version included celery, garlic, parsley, and possibly mashed potatoes as well. According to the Senate website, bean soup is on the menu in the Senate's restaurant every day. Well, okay, so I got 9 right and 1 wrong. Did pretty good. Learned a couple things. That's always good. And I just enjoyed it, about food and different foods and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Kitty was here earlier, and while I was getting things ready, and then she took off. So she had just eaten some of her tuna, so she'd probably taken a nap, would be my guess. Every time she eats, she takes a nap, it seems like. So everybody, definitely check out Taste Test with Mike later on of the Reese's Werewolf Tracks Peanut Butter Cups. Bye, everybody, and God bless.